is Tanika. Thank you for joining me on this yet another conscious rant. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe.
Kick.
No. So, another Beetlejuice. You know how many years Beetlejuice was my favorite movie? For people who know me, that probably doesn't seem odd at all. Like, she looked like a Beetlejuice loving that, you know? People say things, you know what I mean? Anyway, I hope you've been okay and that you and your family and your children or your parents, wherever you are in this thing, I hope everybody's been good. I've been okay. You know, I do what I do when I can do what I can do, you know. It's gotten a little bit quiet. I had to kind of take a pull back from, like just basically get back to writing, really. I've been writing. It's still very freeing. And I'm not gonna lie. It's like it's the few people that I have allowed to tiptoe back to me. I don't even know how that probably came across, but I'm sorry if I've offended anyone because I'm not trying to. But the people who have, like, we haven't communicated in months and then we finally do, then a couple of them were addressing what I was talking about in my videos. And I'm just like, I have like 4 videos. I'm talking like 30-minute videos that I have not even uploaded. And that's because every time I'm getting ready to, this is something that comes up. Or it's just like, it's not like I'm trying to like necessarily justify per se, you know, justify what I'm doing. Cause again, I'm just expressing. And so it's not that, but, I'm so happy you can't see like my whole nail has come off. Not the whole nail, but it's like more than half of it. So I'm feeling not great about that at all. So anyway, sitting in the car is idle. I know I said I wasn't gonna do it, but it's like it's still 91 degrees outside, and it was after 9:00 p.m. and it's still 91 degrees. It's just getting started too. What was I saying? Hold on. I was gonna say this thing that keeps happening. It's like people who our connection was or is strained will resurface and not even ask questions, make comments about the tone of my videos. And I'm like, well, I didn't even think that I really had like, there's not a lot of people that see my video. Of the millions or billions of folk on the planet, like I don't get like a lot. So I'm just like, but people, it doesn't matter how many, like it matters the intention. Like what do you have in your heart when you're listening, when you're watching? Y'all, my hand is shaking. So I'm getting emotional. No. Stop it. I'm not going to change it this time. Stop. I'm going to hold the phone. I'm going to hold the phone. It's shaking so bad. Cause it does make me emotional. It does. Cause it's like, how dare some people Listen to understand. And I got a lightning bug over here. I received that, Spirit. Did you know that's the main reason why I'm out here, these lightning bugs? That helped. Let me reposition the phone in my hand. Hold on. Okay. Well, can I tell the truth? Is there room on the stage for me just to voice the truth, voice my truth? Because that's really all that I'm doing. That's the whole point, because a traumatic thing happened to me. Happened for me, but it happened. It was very traumatic. It was actually a couple of things. But the last straw that resulted in me recording these videos was when I was back so far into a corner for a game that I wasn't even playing. I wasn't even trying to play. I didn't even know. Okay? I was attacked. There was a whole smear campaign. There was a bunch of shit that was going on, and I was ever isolated, which isolation is good. In some cases, this is definitely one of them, because I definitely am 10 times stronger. I needed to not be in the middle of the shit so that I could clearly see the shit, and it didn't take long. But I'm just saying that I was so overwhelmed that I ended up writing what I experienced in my marriages before I was divorced, and the few little relationships that I've had were so it's so devastating to me at times that I can, like, I don't know how I didn't like have any type of a break before, like a breakdown. I mean, seriously, because I thought that was harder and more difficult than this. So please don't start bleeding. All right, you guys. I shaved my legs and I cut my legs so bad. I don't have any band-aids, and I don't have actually don't have money for the band-aids neither. So I got some tissue, a couple of squares on my knee. Man. Anyway, those things, it's like I've been on autopilot for so long, and that's kind of one of the reasons why. Because remember, I was telling you that one of the conclusions that I've drawn, one of the lessons that I've learned, is when you are ascending, like when I was ascending, the people that were just naturally vibrating out of my life. I won't say that I was necessarily vibrating higher than them, or they were vibrating higher than me. I definitely don't feel, I feel good about my progress. I'll say that. And the integrity that I brought to each situation. That I never fought dirty or shot low. But I do have a literal lifetime of just straight up shit, man. It's just like, how? Why? Why is this happening? Is this a test? Is it a test? Like, okay. I hope I did good. Be dusting myself off, fixing my makeup. I gotta get some witch hazel for that swell up. Did you see my finger? I don't want to let you see it. It broke. It made my hand. I feel like my hand is not. I love you, hand. I just gotta do better. I gotta heal myself. That's all. I will heal it. I will heal you. Okay. But it's like I talk about these things, not to throw anybody under the bus, but like I know that there are a lot of other people that are going through and or have come through what I have come through and am going through, or they are at the beginning stages of a place where I've already been. And I can talk about my shit like it's mine. And I own the parts that I contributed to a mess. I own the parts that I contributed that just was not enough in the times that it wasn't. Just like I own the parts that I'm proud of that nobody can take away from me. And I'm hoping that when I express that you see yourself in that. That's why I say, it's for whoever it resonates with. And if it doesn't resonate with you, then this wasn't your channel. This wasn't your story. I'm not your influencer, okay? I'm not your vlogger. But if you like me to be, if you can respect my perspectives, if you can relate to what I'm saying to you, like I may say that someone cheated on me, but I'm proud to tell you that I didn't treat them like they had a scarlet letter A on their chest or on their backs, that I asked God to make my mind God's mind, and to be able to put it behind me. Because my mama told me, like, before I got married the first time, and I apply it to not just my romantic relationships. I apply it to my platonic friendships also, with the male and the other males and females. And it's like once trust has been broken or something has happened that maybe scars the relationship, if we choose to stay friends, if I choose to still be your friend, I'm not going to be holding that shit over your head. You know what I mean? Or if I choose to stay with you in a relationship, if I choose to stay married, or at work, if some, ludicrous crap, if something happens, if I stay there, basically it's just to stand on my decision and to not use the past as a tool to whoop somebody. Like, yeah, because remember the last time your ass came back at 2 o'clock in the morning and the bitch started calling me? Like, no. I remember the last time people started acting funny, it was right after me and you kicked it, and so maybe you was taking stuff back to people that I told you, no. No. And I can tell you, I'm also, if you're listening, since you hear some of the problems, maybe you're missing how I responded to people. And that's just, I mean to be an example and show you that you don't have to grow horns and fangs, because I definitely am equipped with horns and fangs and other weapons to protect myself physically, spiritually, emotionally, mentally. Like I'm very fortunate. I'm extremely blessed, and I'm abundant in many ways, and I don't take that for granted ever. And so that I've chosen in most of these cases to like, I've never just tried to hurt anyone, but this is why I can talk about my trauma in a way that I believe is healthy. Because I do mean to help. I do mean to positively impact you and to penetrate your heart and to try to dissolve some of what might be turning into hatred. It might be turning into, resentment. Resentment. Beyonce's song, Resentment. I will always remember feeling like I was no good. Like I couldn't do it for you like your mistress could. It's all because you lied. Or Kelly Price's, she was a friend of mine. She left with my man. She slept with that fool. She slept with him. Like, it was a trauma. It was a traumatic event that took me out of my journal. And it put me in front of a lens, and I get to choose how I show up. I know that I'm not showing anybody any type of hatred, or that I'm moving with any type of malice. I can tell you my story and tell you pieces of it, fragments of it, with the utmost respect for the foe who I might be addressing, or the foe in the scenario. The villain. We call everybody Voldemort. Me and my family. He or she whose name must not be spoken, because there's power in that. for those who want to keep my name in your mouth, who are wondering why those spells don't work, who are wondering why my spirit is not broken. Keep on saying my name. Keep on thinking about me, and I ain't got nothing to do with you. Because that's what happens. That's how you give people power. That's why my focus is on my healing and how I overcame you. How I got past you. How I got around you. How I outsmarted you. And I can talk to other people who maybe they succumbed to their injuries. Maybe they threw in the towel. And people unaliving themselves all the time. Often themselves, often other people, because they crack under some of the pressure that I have survived and have thrived in, and under some really, really cruel conditions. And that's what's in my heart. I'm passionate about sharing that and how I've overcome. And I'm not talking about the things that have been they're distracting the world. You know, I like to dance. I can make silly videos and express myself with my body, with dancing and singing and crafts and different things. But I want to use my voice to help people. And to give you a perspective that it's a healthy window. It's a healthy, I don't want to say healthy version. It's healthy, validating, truthful, bluntly truthful expression. And I don't have any ill feelings towards anyone. I fully see the truth in so many situations. And there are things that are constantly, they're just unfolding for me. And I know that those are gifts from the ancestors. Those are gifts from God. Those are gifts from my past self, from my future self, lessons that I'm learning. And I'm just saying, whenever people reach out to me and they express, like they ask me rhetorical questions, they have questions, and I won't say that your question is a stupid question ever, but I'm like, if you really think, like, I can't believe that you even let yourself ask me the question. Some of these people, I'm like, you questioning, like, what is it that you're really trying to say whenever you're making these videos? Because it just seems like a bunch of negative blah blah blah. Or the people, like, the world doesn't know who I'm talking about. But one person is pinched because they know the damn well that I'm talking about them, or something, a situation that I overcame, that they were attached to, or they were the actual they were the perpetrator in the storyline, and they reach out as straight up out of their ego. Tell me what I did. Tell me what I supposedly said. And I'm just like, this, like, I don't want to disrespect anybody, and so I would never invalidate someone else's feelings, but I'm not going to ever allow myself to be in a position to explain how and why I'm expressing what I am choosing to express. And I'm doing so with respect, with dignity. I mean, and the utmost respect and consideration for myself and everyone whose name is involved. I do talk about diabolical families because I've learned that some people have, I have a lifetime of backstabbing with some people that just did it. And when I think about them, that's all I see. I don't see anything good. And it's like, it's a miracle by the grace of God. It's by the grace of God. Not only that I survived it, but that I show up the way that I do. Because I look at myself and I'm like, I could easily be Maleficent, okay? I don't want to be it. I choose. Just like they chose. Just like you choose. When it was my turn to manage a team, and when I had the ears of people that I know your ears were already bent, that I chose to speak life. I chose to arm you with truths and weapons to protect yourself professionally. I didn't take that time to throw it, to smear anyone else's name or reputation, because I don't need to do that. You'll get to see people for who they are and what they are. I mean, to protect you and heal you and teach you and grow with you and learn from you. Learn from you, learn with you. You know what I'm saying? It's because our time here is short. Even if you manage to do the live as old as Methuselah, and living to be 400, 900 plus years, like, our time here is short. And man, and it matters. That's how come I'm telling you, when stuff goes wrong, when I have that friend who is using their friendship as leverage, well, maybe we ought not be friends, because this is interfering with our work relationship, or we have different, like me and one of my friends broke up, before Barack came into office, because she was a Republican and I was a Democrat back then. Like, we stopped talking for almost a year over that. And I was just like, I actually didn't give a damn. I mean, I did give a damn when I saw the perspective of Democrats. But now that I see the truth in all of it, it was actually me and her getting into it that kind of started to awaken me and to shake me out of that. Like, what are we fighting for? Because which one of these parties are doing anything and making a motion to anything for reparations for our people? That I can take on all of these names in the United States, but I honestly do not know the people that I come from. Like, I know, well, y'all are Arabs, y'all from Egypt. Our family, that's great granddad, that's over there, and great grandmom was this and this. On my father's side, he was adopted. I don't know any of them. I must be just like them, because I'm not like anybody. And my mom, on my mom's side, there is nobody who I am like, or who is like me, other than my sisters, and of course my mom and my dad, and now my children. Okay, so, but just I felt very isolated in that way coming up. I mean, I've spent my life in that way for a number of reasons. Y'all want to see my hair? Oh my God. Okay, so do you light up whenever the ice cream truck comes around? Do you like get excited? I don't want to know what you get. I like that bomb pop. Okay, so I used to get the Pink Panther because Pink Panther was like my favorite cartoon for the longest. And then I ain't gonna go into all my favorite cartoons, because I love cartoons. I love animation. Like, what a wonderful art form. But anyway, and a way to express. But I like the Pink Panther because it was like, well, I've had the Pink Panther that was like a sherbet, some type of pink sherbet. And then I also had the one that was really like, somehow they got vanilla ice cream to be pink, however they did it. And it had a little candy nose, like that was supposed to be his nose. But outside of that, I like the original bomb pop. That's the red, white, and blue popsicle. You down. You gotta stand up and fight. And then I like the fudge bomb. That's the chocolate, banana chocolate. And I used to like push-ups because my mother liked push-ups. She did. I just remember, I mean, I talk about this a lot. I keep talking about fireflies, right? That's because in the last 10, oh damn. I mean, I really came up in apartments. So, you don't see those a lot in apartment complexes. At least I haven't. But the times that we were living, like with my uncle, with my aunt, with my grandmother, they had houses. And so they had gardens and yards and trees and bushes and shrubs. So that's what I'm trying to tell you, these motherfuckers that was trying to pick on me. You have all of these things that I have never ever had, that I have a genuine appreciation for. And I don't envy nobody. I'm happy that you have it. But this is what I'm talking about. I would just appreciate even having it so that I could see the fireflies. I don't even have a yard to put a garden in. Like, this is not just about right now. When I say my whole life, is that who the chosen are? Am I one of those? Is that who I am? Is that what I am? Unyielding. Obstacles. There is no break. It's one jelly after another jelly after another jelly. Another faux competitor. It's like, I'm not even competing with you. My interaction with most everybody, and the people who I got the closest with, who I tried to help the most, because I wasn't asking nobody for nothing, but I was helping a lot of people. Every one of them. And I mean in the worst way. I can't say every single one of them. Not every single one of them. I'm going to say in the 90%. Like, real talk. And I never let it cause me to distrust. It made me love stronger and harder. I'm not going to just let you go, but if I have to walk away from you, I hope that you can forgive me. When I get to where I start, when that shadow, I can't get around it. We cannot heal it together. When my inner is aching and I feel emotional or spiritual agony, mental agony, I know to walk away. There was a gentleman a long time ago who, when we would come close together, like, we were good until it started to get real. When it started to get real and he wanted something real with me, he got vertigo. Like, I'm going to say if I've seen him 6 times in my adulthood, all 6 times he got vertigo. And I kind of felt like, I was like, you're under a spell, or there is something that is trying to penetrate this connection, because I know that you are in love with me, right? Or that you want more than what you're saying that you want. Yet you can't grab me. You can't seize the moment, right? Then we both got married. I was married again. So I'm just saying, this is when you have someone creating dissonance within you. They sow discord into a relationship. Like, if a relationship at work goes stale, or in your household between you and your children, just out of nowhere, and you haven't done anything. And I mean, because a lot of people don't realize that the tension comes up, and sometimes you can think someone has an attitude, and so you respond with an attitude. And really, it's like, well, I was just tripping because, you was tripping. You let that door close a little bit too hard. And so I was like, what's up? But people just kind of play on each other. That's called mirroring. You're mirroring each other, and you were doing so ignorantly, like in the dark, literally. Like, you did not realize that she didn't have a problem with you, or he didn't have a problem with you. They just had a bad day, or something was just said right before. You know what I'm saying? I consider things like that. And I find that a lot of people just don't. It's easier to just let yourself react. Let yourself come out, and you can control it. It's by fear. No one wants to be made a fool of, and no one wants to be hurt, and they don't want you to get the upper hand, because I'd really hate it. Like, I'm half-ass even liking you. I'm half-ass even trying to talk to you, right? I'm tolerating this connection. And the last thing I need, like, because I mean, I can't help it that, we are, attracted to each other. But the last thing I need is, like, of all people, you can't be the motherfucking one. It can't be you to make me look like a fool. I'll leave you first. I have seen it. I'm just saying. Or the people, the kids, I call them kids, okay, because the adults do it too. That you ever been walking through, like, the mall, and a lot of people say it and don't do it, but there are some people out here that do it. If you are following me around and accusing me of cheating, I might as well cheat. You do not have to. I can understand why you would say that to the person in the hair store, which are predominantly, it's like monopolized by very specific people. So I can understand some of those people that get fed up with that. Or if you're in, like, a designer store or retail store, or if you're buying a car, people profile for different reasons. But it's when you know that there's an expectation, then you're like, some people throw in the towel, which really you're throwing your integrity. That towel is your integrity, and it is your character. You get to choose. You can blow out of there and burn rubber, tear up the street, you know what I mean? Or you can put your signal on. I'm sorry. You can tell the person, hey, this is not an environment that I could allow myself to be in any longer. I gotta go. You can at least say it and just walk away. You ain't gotta burn rubber in the street and wake all the neighbors up. Hook arm the printer off the desk, like on The Office, with your red stapler in the basement. My red stapler. I had to get my red stapler. Red stapler, the stapler. Okay, I'm done. I'm probably gonna upload this, and then I will edit the other videos, because the other videos are 30 minutes. And please do not judge me, because I'm telling you, when I say, and it's been penetrating me, I've been allowing it to penetrate me, because I am considerate and I am abundant with empathy. And if to know that someone is expressing that I've bruised them, like, my very first reaction is, I'm so sorry. And then I'd be catching myself, hold the fuck up. What lie did you tell? What did you say harshly that you could have said more nicely? I be checking myself. I told you, I'm writing for myself the way I used to write for other people, and all the people around me who are directly responsible for me starting these videos. You remember that shit. You remember that when you were facing adversity, how fierce I was with you and for you. You have no idea the love and respect that I have for myself and what I've overcome and what I know I stand for as a woman, as a mother, as a black woman, a woman of color, a woman. Anyway, I'm not going to start naming all of my attributes, because that's besides the points. I'm just saying, you already know what's up. Tanika, it's okay to just express. Tanika, it's okay to show up on the camera with makeup on, without makeup on. It's okay to, if you choose to say shit or say shiggity when you're trying to curb the tongue, when you're trying to control your language. It's okay when I want to cry on the camera. It's okay if I lose my temper and I yell or I yelp or I fuss or I whine, whatever I'm expressing. As long as I know the intention is not to hurt anybody, that's all I am doing is expressing, and I'm not exaggerating the truth by any stretch. In the future, whoever hears it, know in the future, if you don't like what I am saying, continue not looking at my videos. And I stay shadow banning this piece anyway. I stay shadow banned. I'm like, why are y'all hating on me? Okay? Yeah. Anyway, Thank you all for, for joining me tonight on yet another conscious rant. A conscious rant, a conscious rant, a conscious rant. I'm so disgusted. A conscious, that's not what it said. You played yourself. You played yourself. You played yourself. I'm so disgusted. You played yourself. You played yourself. You played yourself. And now you're busted. Dun, 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 dun. Is that Talib Kweli? Is that Talib Kweli? Or is that Kwame? Who is that? Is that the Roots? I'm gonna check it. I'm gonna see which group it was. Yeah, that's 90s hip hop, baby. Yeah. Okay. Bye. I just wanted to reiterate, that's one of the reasons for the isolation. Is people in there, it's like you have an opportunity to express yourself also. And so many of the comments that I've received, it's just like it's clearly like projection. Not from everybody, but from a couple in particular, like a specific couple. It's just like, I just want those people to consider what it is in their hearts that's making them even address me about what I am sharing. Did I dishonor them? Did I dishonor myself? This is so loud. Did I dishonor myself? Was I untruthful? Did I lie? I don't want to go Nicki Minaj like, did I lie? You know, I don't want to do all that, but I'm just saying, did I lie? I don't think that I did. So, I mean, I'm certain I didn't. So I'm not even going to play. Let me not even play. I'm certain that I didn't. And so, but I genuinely, like, I care so much about other people's feelings and where they're coming from. If they express, like they're aching or they're hurt or they're offended, like that does matter to me, it shouldn't matter to the point to where I get quiet and I allow it to muffle my voice in any way. You know what I mean? Because it's like my feelings matter and my perspective matters. And for people who know how to read energy, then I don't see how you could take anything negative away from what I'm saying. Even the times that I find myself getting angry when I reflect on something, or if I get sad. Like, it's so important to know how to express your feelings without damaging somebody. I'm so hurt that you lied on me and stabbed me in the back. Like, I can't believe that you did that. Versus, you've been a lying motherfucker since she was in your mama's womb. You probably come from generations. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a difference. And see, in the way and that was just an example. That was an example because that's the kind of shit I talk when I talk it. And I know the power of our words, the power in our words. I'm not so quick to hop in that character, man. To hop on that shadow side, because my blade is samurai sharp. I don't want to hurt anybody. And I don't want to hurt myself. And that's the thing, and people don't really consider when you do something with intent, like malicious intent, to someone else, especially that person is not even doing anything to you. You sow something on yourself that is so much more powerful than your desire to harm someone else, but it's based in that desire. If you got off your idea of what you were going to do to somebody. My eyes just became so irritated. Thank goodness I just washed my hands. My eyes are so irritated. Yeah, they're both leaking now. Anyway, I forgot what I was saying. Let me go back because my eyes was tripping. Okay, hold on. The same thing that was fueling that that's also fertilizing and watering that same seed. Those roots go many places. That's how those entities and principalities can become attached to you. They're thriving in your shadow side. It's thriving in that part of you that is unhealed, clearly. If you can't look at a situation and see just how bad it is and your contribution to it, what did you do? And why did you do that? Why? Whether it's talking about somebody or whatever, I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? But and I was doing good. I didn't want more than maybe 2 or 3 days to go between me uploading a video. Because I'm consistently recording, I didn't want that time to come. But every time I let that wall down and somebody gets close, you got close enough. You just sent a message on TikTok or Instagram or to my email that used to be attached to YouTube back when I was doing that. It's like just so that you could project. Just to project and to penetrate me, to penetrate my heart. You want to muffle. You still want to control. You don't want nobody to talk about it. Never mind that no one even knows that I'm talking about you. Except for you. You know who you are. The individuals, they know who they are. See, I try, when I talk about the good things, this is how it is when you have people who follow you. They're like the people in a kingdom. The people are the reason that you actually have your throne. Because the people can choose to not serve you. And those same people that would champion you, would rival you at the drop of a dime, if you're perceived the wrong way, if you say the wrong thing or do the wrong thing that causes, that pisses them off, the people. So then it's like, and so when I talk about the positive things that I have going on, then people, I've gotten comments about that I'm gloating or that I'm bragging, or if a couple of days later I wasn't having a good day, it's like somehow I'm fake. And I'm like, nobody is the same all the time. Some days I'm going to be tired and my energy will be low. And then there are some days that I'm going to be, happy and energy is high. And there's some days that I'm hyper active and bouncing all over the place like a child. And then there's some days like this where I'm just like, I'm over it. But I have enough juice. Let me share with a little bit, whatever I got. I'm trying to get my shoulders right. This dress is super old. I've had this dress since 2017. It's all this time. I love it. Anyway. But yeah, so me leaving the door cracked or someone leaving the window open, then a couple people got close enough that it shook me a little bit, and so I got quiet. Let me be quiet before I become a gushing wound. And it doesn't even mean that I'm not healed or that I haven't done the back work, because I've been very diligent about mine. But what it means is that the distance is there for a reason. The distance is there for a reason. And that's why. You trigger that thing that takes me out of my place of peace that I've worked very hard for. I would not. So, and I'm just protecting that peace. I'm protecting that space. And the only time that I pick this phone up is to record the video, to send. here pretty soon, I won't have the time to do it the way that I've been doing it. So I'm just going to edit these next, I'm going to say three videos after this, because after these last little couple of videos, like this is video number 4 of sequences of videos that I'm going to make into one upload. I still have 4 other videos, 3 or 4 other videos, like that just needed to be edited and uploaded, and I'll do that. Why didn't you tell me I had something in my teeth? I get very silly sometimes. Did that sound like a witch? Here's the season of that, huh? Yeah. I'm okay. I am. I'm just cultivating that space, that safe space for myself. Anyway, this was supposed to be cut into the middle of another video, so I'm going to back out of that now, okay? All right. And if I lost a point, remember, this is a conscious rant. It's a conscious rant. So I'll pick that point up another time, okay? Thank you for joining me. Because like exactly 10 years before that, in April of 2013, a lot of things. Thank you.
They're $2. We gotta make some money.
Thank you.